As a game developer, I would struggle with having the right amount of difficulty in a video game. If you make your video game too easy, then it's gonna be too boring, and not too many people are gonna want to play a boring, easy game. And the contrast is making your game too difficult, then gamers are just gonna be too enraged with your game, and they're just gonna rage quit your game right away. Having, of course, the right kind of balance does help your game become more fun and interesting. It can't be too difficult, but it can be, of course, too easy to beat. But of course, difficult games do actually have more replayability. Just example like Dark Souls, right? We have Dark Souls games that are impossible to beat, but they do have that replayability. And compared to easy playable games, they just kind of bored out, and you kind of get bored of it playing them after a while. I'm currently making a 2D platformer game, and it has your normal mechanics: jumping, attacking, having to go through obstacles, that normal thing. What I do want to do different is, instead of having options between choosing difficulty, is actually the player choosing the path. In other words, do you want to go the easy way, or sort of easy way, or the much danger route? And of course, the danger route is going to be more rewarding. It's going to be more with treasures, of course, more traps, more enemies, that sort of thing. But then it can also lead to other more fun and exciting areas, kind of like new, interesting part of the dialogue of the game. The idea of using the danger path, that I like to call, is actually to introduce different kind of new traps or new enemies that I can use that introduce new challenges to the game. This also makes my process much easier, just because I don't have to readjust the player's health, or maybe you have an enemy that you already know just hits you harder. Seems kind of boring, so I figured why not just have something where content such as new traps, new areas, new sceneries, maybe even new dialogue for the game. This would also allow for me to do multiple content, such as multiple endings, different endings depending if you choose the easier path or the danger path. You can also do certain reward system that you can use to buy certain items that lead you through other areas, what I'm thinking of. This allows me to avoid all the grinding of kind of collecting coins or doing other things that I was originally thinking about. I can just, instead of doing this, is if you go into the dark, or I guess the danger path all the way down, you get new discoveries, such as a new NPC that you can use that allows you to build different things, or grab different gear, or go to new areas, that sort of thing. I'm also not a big fan of grind games, so it kind of goes along with my personality. So no grind games for me. I'd rather just have something difficult and then just play it through, or just go the easy way. And for the game development side of the game, or my game currently, I do find that tile maps are really great, or I should say really awesome, when it comes to doing 2D platformer games. Before, when I was first starting in Unity, I would just copy and paste each section, and I was realizing I was doing this whole thing wrong. And then I just discovered tile maps, and it's something a lot of newbies kind of struggle with. I would tell everybody, just try it out, actually do everything from the tile maps, do the rules, do the animations. For example, for the waterfall scene that I just created, I was originally gonna copy and paste everything, but I said no, I can use extras, tile maps extras, to use the animations in there, and they're much easier to implement, and you can get your game much faster. Done that way, you don't have to spend so much time on actual design. You can just focus on the mechanics and having actually a great time doing your game and having it be fun. For the currency system, I wanted to go with something rather different. Instead of using coins or diamonds or whatever it may be, I just wondered, what? Something I haven't done is fruits, so I kind of went with berries, where it's just typical bush and berries. You hit it, right? And then you get your currency through there. Also did golden berries, which are worth more than the regular berries, and these would be more hidden in specialty, like hidden wall areas that you can look for. So that's the other aspect of the game that I wanted to implement: hidden walls or hidden areas that you can kind of keep an eye out and look for. So maybe there's something off with this wall, or something different in here that I can kind of uncover. And of course, the game can't be without its good boss, so I went with a golem boss. This one's just going to be throwing rocks if you're kind of far away from him. If you're close to him, he'll start stomping down, that will do damage. Also wanted to make it a little bit more challenging, so in case if you kind of get him to this, like a third quarters of a life, that he does a different, ability. So I made it where each time you get him to a third, like 2/3 down, he would raise a platform, and then you kind of have to jump up to reach up to the boss. It kind of just increment the talents that way. So now the bigger question is, how long is this game gonna take me to make? I'm trying to aim for at least maybe 6 months or even 8 months, somewhere in that range. I definitely want to do a short game. I don't want to make it too long. Probably my goal is to at least have 4 to 6 levels, at least one shopping area, some difficulty to it. I don't want to make it like too long where it's gonna be to the point where it's like, oh, it's infinity content sort of thing. I wanted to have it sort of have a point where there's a beginning and then there's an end, but there's multiple choices that you can choose from depending on which danger path you take. And that's all I have for now, guys. Just keep an eye out. I'll be streaming this game every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, 7 to 10 p.m. Thank you guys for staying tuned. I'll see you all next time.